Back in 1985, most computers ran on what's called a command line operating system. This meant to get them to do anything, you had to manually input arcane instructions. It was simple, but not at all user-friendly. The most popular command line operating system was MS-DOS, which came from Microsoft. The reason it was so popular was because Microsoft had managed to license it to IBM, and dozens of other computer makers had followed suit. But all that was about to change.
If you can't get a computer to do anything but frustrate you, try the computer you already know how to use.
Apple's Macintosh was the first popular computer to use a graphics interface operating system, or OS. With pull-down menus, a mouse-driven pointer and virtual buttons on the screen, it revolutionized computing.
Even though the Mac OS was very primitive in 1984, 1985, it still just worked more seamlessly. And also, Apple, even like they do today, they built the hardware and they built the software to run on it. So it was far more seamless.
Microsoft set to work making a new OS that emulated many of the features of the Apple OS. The result, Windows 1.0, was buggy, crude and slow. But it could run on many existing computers, and crucially, other people could and did develop programs for it.
So with Windows, it gave consumers the ability to choose from different manufacturers of hardware. They can choose from HP or Dell or some of the other players at the time, whereas if the only alternative was to choose Apple, and that was the hardware and software made by Apple. So Windows gave people more selection, more choice.
Microsoft has lost ground to Apple in recent years, particularly as consumers increasingly turn to mobile devices. But Windows, in its many forms, still runs on more than 3/4 of the world's computers. It made computing accessible to almost everyone on the planet, and that dominance appears likely to continue for some time to come. Tarek Basley, Al Jazeera.